Yo, what is up, boys? Welcome back to another free pick video where I'm going to be giving you guys my 4 best MLB locks for today's slate. We have a ton of games, some really nice matchups on. If you guys want my favorite plays of the day, just make sure you join the free plan down below. I will be sending 1 or 2 of those plays to the free plan. I'm going to show you guys one of those in this video. And then also, if you guys want a free week of VIP picks, literally drop a like on this video. Once we get to, let's do 50 likes. We'll get to 50 likes on this video. Just make sure you guys are subscribed and drop a comment down below. I'm going to be giving you guys a free week of VIP picks using one of those comments. So let's pick the winner for last video. Looks like the winner is going to be Michael McLaurin, I think that's how you say your name. If you're watching this video right now, drop a comment down below so I can get in contact with you, hook you up with your free week of VIP picks. Guys, simple as that. Like the video once we get to 50 likes. As long as you are subscribed, I will be picking one of you guys to win a complete free week, since you guys support the videos for completely free. Now, as you see, last video that we had, we went 3-1 on the one before that, and we went 2-2 on this video. I'm trying to get that 4-0 sweep, guys. We had a massive winning streak last week. This week has been hit and miss. We've been like 50-50 on most of the free picks. Other than that 3-1 run, I'm going for this 4-0 sweep, guys. You see, we've done it plenty of times before. We're going for it today. And also, before we even hop into it, Sunday slate supposed to be one of our biggest days of the week. Those games lined up absolutely terrible. I have like 3 slips that we missed by 1 freaking prop for like a 20x and 2 10x plays. I'm gonna go over all of that in the NFL video. But let's jump into the props that we have for today. So after you guys join that free play, like I said, to get that free play, the first prop we're gonna be going with for today is going to be Happ. Now, looking at this, we're going to be taking him over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Should be a really nice play, guys. We can scroll down and look at his head-to-head. Starting off, you can see he is 4-8 against them so far against the Braves. Against right-handed pitchers, which is exactly what Strider is. We can see he is 2-for-6 against them. And then we look at his last 10 and see what he's been doing as of recently. So as of recently, he's been doing pretty good, guys. Versus right-handed pitchers, he's 8 out of 10 on the over. I had a nice streak of games right here, 8 in a row where he's covered versus right-handed pitchers. Against any time, so left-handed and right-handed pitchers, he's 7 out of 10. Of course, left-handed pitchers is a little more shaky because he does better versus right-handers, which is exactly what we have tonight. Looking at the matchup with Strider, he has a 5-12 record, so he's losing most of his starting pitches. You can see he has a 1.39 whip, so he's giving up more walks, more hits per innings. Exactly what we need to go for the over, guys. League average is about 1.29, 1.3, so he's giving up more than league average for his whip. Scrolling down, we can look at Ian. They do have nice history against each other. You can see he has 3 plate appearances, 2 hits already. One of those resulted in a home run and 1 RBI. So they have pretty nice history. I'm definitely loving that so far. Looking at Ian, you can see his batting average, a 236 versus a 240 he has versus right-handed pitcher, so we do have the advantage there with that matchup. And then looking at his weighted runs created plus over here, you can see 112 to 117, so he is creating more runs as well versus the right-handed pitcher. So really nice matchup so far. Let's look at Strider and then look at his ERA so far. So for the season, he already has a 4.97, guys. That is amazing for us. I think 3.0 is about average. Anything worse than that is pretty bad. So starting 4 and up, I know for sure is bad. He has a 4.97 on the season, guys, already. Now look at this. We have an even better matchup because versus left-handed batters, he struggles even more, guys. A 5.53 ERA, which is earned runs allowed or earned runs average, versus left-handed batter. So he's giving up more earned runs to the left-handed batter, which is exactly what Ian is. Of course, you can see that right there. His batting average against, he has a 259 versus a 257. You can see when it comes to left-handed batter, so struggles more there. Or no, struggles a little bit less there, but it stays about the same. In home runs, he struggles a little bit more, and his weighted on base average, you can see left-handed batters gets on base a little bit more with that 351 versus a 354. So definitely loving that so far. You kind of click through his pitch arsenal as well and see, which balls he throws the most. But that is definitely going to be the first prop, guys. I'm going to be taking this one, and I'm going to be also locking in my second favorite pick. We're going to be going with Dustin May. I'm going to be taking him over 2.5 earned runs allowed. You can look at his last 5, look at his last 10, guys. He's giving up a ton of earned runs right now. He is going against, you can see, I don't know, that's the picture. I was about trying to pull up batters. But you can see his last, 10 games in a row, 7 out of 10. He's been giving up on the over. Can't click on any head-to-head history. But if we scroll down, we can kind of see what kind of matchup we have for tonight. So scrolling down, you can see his innings is getting around 5.1. I kind of go to another chart and show you guys some more stats on him in just a second. But 5.1 is about what he's averaging. And then scrolling down, this is where we can kind of look into the matchup. So versus them, you can see last 30, they're ranked they're ranked 12th versus, you know, in the last 30 games for their batting versus right-handed pitcher. So we can scroll up, see Dustin May is a right-handed pitcher, of course. So they ranked 12th, but they ranked 8th on the 2025 season. So they're doing pretty good versus right-handed pitchers. Of course, we can look at his stats as well. See ERA, he ranked 7th on this percentile, so he's in the 17th percentile, and in batting average against 41st percentile. So really nice stats so far on this. Plus, he's already been giving up a ton of earned runs, guys. You can see 6 here, 5 here, and then only 2 here. He probably would have went on the over. No, I think it's Mitchell Parker. I'm talking Mitchell Parker. Was the last one we took earned runs over, and he should have went over. But Dustin May looks like a really nice one to take on the over today. Gonna be locking both of these guys in, but let's go over some more of their stats really quick. So I want to go to the hit total for the day. So if we scroll up and look at the hit total, who we have? Dustin May. So we have Boston right here. They have the second highest hit total of the entire day, guys. Look at this, 18.36. Boston is projected to be around 9.29, and they're also projected to be around 9-10ish. So somewhere both of these teams kind of projected to be close to that 10 hit range, and you can see they have this, like I said, second highest hit total. And if we go to this pitching chart, we can see Dustin May right here is projected to be the second pitcher to give up the most runs of the day, right behind German right here on Colorado. For the Rockies, we can see 3.6 hits, projected to give up around 5.5. Only Mitchell Parker is projected to give up around more hits. And we're also going to have a play for him as well, or for a batter going against him. But you can see Dustin May is projected to give up almost 4 earned runs, guys. We're taking him over that 2.5 line, and then we also have Happ. Going to be taking him over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. I have both of these plays locked in on Sleeper, guys. If you have not already joined the Sleeper app, I highly recommend you guys do so. Even if you already have a betting app, guys, the Sleeper is legal in your state. You guys have to join. They have some of the best promos right now they're giving, especially with football season being here. And of course, that $100 match, guys. This is the easiest way to build your bankrolls. If you only have $50 to $100 left to play with for the week, if you join Sleeper right now, withdraw some of that money and just put it on Sleeper, you guys will be getting a deposit match. So let's say you have $50. If you join Sleeper using this code only, though, it's going to be matching your deposit up to $100. So let's say you put 50 in, you're going to have 100 in your account. If you put 100, you're going to have 200, guys. Literally the easiest way to build your bankroll, guys. Hop on a new app. I have the link down below in the comment section. Join up, and then you can also lock this plan with the free cash you're going to get from that deposit match. I'm taking Ian and Dustin May both on their overs, guys. We just went over all the research. Lock this one in on Sleeper. Promo code ApexBetz. Use that link down below in the description, guys. Not to mention, they're also going to be hooking you up with a free square. So you can even add a third play on this because it has a 100% chance to hit. Throw this on and make this like a 3x payout, guys, and then cash out with that. But this is going to be the first play in the first 2 props that I'm loving. Let's jump into the third prop, guys. Third prop, we're going to be going with Aaron Judge over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Scrolling down, let's look into it. His last, what is this? This is head-to-head. So head-to-head looks extremely solid. 7 out of 9 games on the over so far in their head-to-head games. You can see versus Detroit. Scrolling down, we can see last game was extremely good, 2 hits. This game was extremely good as well. We recorded 2 hits in both their last 2 games facing off head to head. And even these 2 misses, guys, he had a hit in both of these games, which is extremely good. All he needed was a teammate to get him, you know, that run, or he could have got somebody batted in for that RBI. So easily could have covered both of these games as well. So really loving that. Versus right-handed pitchers, we can see he is 5 out of 6 on the over these last 2 games. Well, this one especially looks really good. These almost all these games look good, honestly. Even the one he missed, like I said, he still recorded a hit, but 5 out of 6 on the over versus right-handed pitchers so far. We can look at head-to-head home games and see both times playing at home versus right-handed pitchers in their head-to-head he has covered. Last 10 versus right-handed pitchers at home. Last 4 look pretty good. You know, did have these 2 misses, but as we said, are still good for us. He was able to get a hit off in those games. And then he is 5 out of 10 total on the over versus right-handed pitchers playing at home. So going over here, look at pitcher matchup. We can click over here and look at Casey for today. Look at his stats, his whip. So he do have a 1.39. Just gonna go back to Aaron for this. He has a 1.29 actually whip. So he has about, that's literally league average, I think, for his walks plus hits per inning. So he's giving up about average hits and walks per game. Still pretty nice for us. He's not a great pitcher. We don't have anything, you know, like a great matchup for him or nothing. And then also his record, he has a 13-5 record, so he is winning a lot of his starting pitches, but he should still be able to give up 1.5 to Aaron Judge tonight. We're going to scroll down and look over why I say that. Looking at his plate appearances, look pretty solid. 4.7 is what he's averaging, so he could get around 4 or 5 tonight. If he gets around that 5, he for sure should be able to cover this line, but he's getting around 4.7. Let's look at his head-to-head to see how many he's been getting. So head-to-head, he's been getting around 4. Last game, he got 5, so hopefully he gets 5 tonight, make sure he goes over this line, but even getting 4, we should be safe. Looking at their head-to-head though, really nice stats going head-to-head. Aaron Judge versus Casey, you can see his plate appearance. He has 8 of them already, and out of those 8, 5 of those resulted in hits. So he's faced off against him what is this, maybe 2 games, getting 4 plate appearances each game, and then he has 5 hits, which means every time they faced off, he's been able to record hits. I probably could pull up 1 or 2 of those games if I just use these filters. Do versus right-handed pitchers. Let's make a separate tab for Casey. Let's pull him over here. Looking at head-to-head, you can see 407 and 504 of last year they faced off. So 407, we can see was this game right here. He recorded 1 hit, and what was the other one? 504. And you can see he recorded 2 hits in this game, 2 runs, and 1 RBI. So both of these games, Casey was a starting pitcher, and he was able to go over. So really nice stats head-to-head so far. Looking at his 2025 season, he has a 321 batting average, which is really nice. And versus the right-handed pitchers, you can see he has a 318. So says he struggles slightly versus them, but 321 to 318, not really a big difference. Same thing with his weighted created runs plus. He already creates high runs. You can see 192 on the season. Versus right-handed pitcher, says he struggles slightly more, 187.2, but it's barely a difference on those numbers, guys. Not enough to scare me away from the play. Looking at Casey, we can look at his stats and see he has a 3.87 ERA, so he's leaning towards the bad side, giving up, more than league average earned runs allowed, and then he struggles a lot more versus right-handed batters with a 4.55 ERA, guys. So he's giving up more earned runs there versus right-handed batters as well. Batting average he gets, he has a 267, and then stays the same with the 267. So I'm not sure why it's red. It probably should be white if we're going to do any color for it, but it stays the same versus right-handed batters. We can see his home runs per 9 innings. You can see he gives about 1.5 versus right-handed batters. So Aaron Judge could get a home run versus him. Pretty sure Aaron Judge, is one of the guys on the team who's pretty good with getting home runs. We can even scroll down here and see. Let's find Aaron Judge. Yep, 43 home runs on the team, so literally has the highest, so we could get a home run here tonight as well. His weighted OBA, which is weighted on base average, you can see a 321 to a 329, so we have the increase there. Really nice advantages versus the pitcher tonight. Really nice head-to-head matchups. We looked at both of those games so far. He faced off against them recently. He was able to cover, so he should be able to do it again tonight. So definitely loving that so far. Go to that pitching chart and let's look if we see Casey anywhere up here. What is this? He's maybe like the 7th guy on this chart, maybe the 8th. If my numbers are right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9th guy on here, but this is filtered by runs. So we filter this by hits. We can see where he goes to. I'm not even gonna try to find him. I'm just gonna control F and see he goes all the way down. So he's projected to be only around 4.5 hits in this game. But if so, even like I say, even if it is around 4.5, Aaron Judge should be one of those guys to record a hit. You can see a lot of pitchers are, their projections aren't really too high on their hits allowed today, but earned runs allowed, we do have a few up here, which we basically took 1, 2, 3 of these guys already in our play. Because the next guy we're going to be taking is going to be Ramirez on his over for 1.5. If you look at it, he's going against Parker, a guy I mentioned earlier who I thought I had on there. But we're not playing any of his props. We're going to take Dustin May for the pitcher, and then we're going to be taking Ramirez to go over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI. So scrolling down, looking at it, what is this? His last 10 games, you see he's only 5 out of 10. Versus left-handed pitchers, stays the same, only 5 out of 10. Head-to-head versus left-handed pitchers, you can see pretty nice here, 3 of 4 on the over. He was able to record a over in their last matchup, which was right here on September the 3rd. And then scrolling down, we can look at anytime head-to-head, only 3 out of 7. Anytime last 10, stays the same, 5 out of 10. So his last 10, don't really look the best at first, but looking at his head-to-head, they have been doing pretty good. The main reason I'm taking him is because he's been pretty good, especially versus this starting pitcher. So if we look over here, I think it's Mitchell Parker. Looking at his record, he has a 7-15 record, so he's losing a lot of his starting pitches. We can look at his ERA. You can see 5.87, guys, really high earned runs. You can see Like I said, league average is about 3.0. Anything above that, you're leaning towards the worst side. He already has a 5.87, which is terrible for a pitcher. His walks plus hits per inning, so his whip is a 1.48. He's giving up way more walks plus hits per innings than league average. And then you can see versus Miami, these stats even increase in that one game. I guess they have recorded on here. ERA is giving up 7 so far, and then his whip is a 1.86, guys. So extremely high. He gave up a lot of walks plus hits per innings in that one time they did face off right there. Scrolling down, plate appearances in the last 5 games. This was head-to-head actually, so 4.8 plate appearances. Looking at his last 5 or last 10 actually will do anytime. He's getting around 4.2, so he's been getting 3 in some of these games. Hopefully he goes to the 4-5 mark. Playing 3, as we know, where it gets risky playing pitchers, so I'll try not to play them a lot because they can be pulled at almost any time. Versus the batters, they're going to go all 4 or 5 plate appearances like they're, we expect them to. Pitchers gets a little bit difficult. Hopefully he gets that 4 to 5 mark. Let's look at projection on that chart as well. He's projected to be around 5.3, so they're projecting him to go up to 5, which means he should at least get 4 tonight. Hopefully that's the case. Going back to Ramirez, scroll down. We're going to be going and looking at their head-to-head history. So Ramirez versus Parker, you can see he has a 6 plate appearances against him. I think I was talking about innings right here. This is plate appearances for Ramirez, so we should be pretty solid on his plate appearances. I'm not sure why I was talking about the innings on that. I think I got confused looking at the stats, but head to head you can see 6 plate appearances, 3 hits, 2 home runs. So he has 6 plate appearances, recorded 3 hits, and 2 of those resulted in home runs versus Mitchell Parker. Already, guys, he is a left-handed batter, and then he has 2 RBIs, runs batted in. So definitely loving this so far. Ramirez versus left-handed pitchers, we can look down here. So he has a 226 batting average versus a 214 when it comes to left-handed pitchers. So it says he slightly struggles more versus left-handed pitching, but as you can see, we have Green down here that's going to balance that out. Versus left-handed pitcher, you can see his weighted runs created plus. He has a 89 versus a 75.5, so it doesn't create as many runs versus left-handed pitchers. But if we go down here and look at Mitchell Parker, he's already struggling, guys. 5.87 on the season, 6.09 versus right-handed batters. Batting average it gets 277 versus a 280. So we have the advantage in both of these categories so far. And his home runs per 9, you can see 1.4 to 1.5 stays about the same. And then we can also look at his weighted on base average, guys. 359 to 350, that also stays about the same. Versus the fastball, we can look at Ramirez. He does pretty good. He has a 375 weighted on base average. You can see so he's getting on base a lot more versus his main pitch arsenal. You can see he throws that fastball 54% of the time, and all time as well. You can see is a 300. So loving this matchup so far. All these guys really have nice matchups for the day. Aaron Judge, we have Ramirez. We're going to be taking Dustin May, and then we also took Happ. These 2 are my favorites so far, so I did lock those in on Sleeper for you guys. Should be a really nice play here, guys. Like I said, if you haven't already joined Sleeper, use that promo code ApexBetz. We're going for a 4-0 sweep tonight. Go lock this play in. The link is down below in the description. And like I said, I probably will be sending out another free play for you guys, as I've been doing. I take some of my favorite plays, try to send those to you on the free plan. Doesn't guarantee it's going to be hit. A hit is just my favorite matchups and my favorite props of the day, and we do cash out majority of the time. So if you guys want that, join that free plan down below in the comment section. And while you're down there, remember to leave that comment, guys. Once we get to 50 likes, going to be picking one of you guys to win a free week of VIP picks. Expecting a massive weekend coming up. We have college football and NFL again. Hopefully week 2 is a lot better. Guys should be more adjusted. Maybe some of those guys who didn't play in the preseason were not prepared to play, because I don't even know what Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase did. They were supposed to be like the best ones out there, and they did terrible. So expecting a lot better weekend this time going forward, all guys. Remember, drop that comment so you can be entered for that weekend. That about wraps it up, guys. So good luck with all your bets. Let's go for this 4-0 sweep. Make sure you're drinking your water, and I will catch you guys over in VIP for the rest of the plays.